Well, hello and welcome to the stream. Starting a little bit late today in the afternoon with more Outer Wilds. It's been almost a week, I think. But we're back at it. I've got a few things I want to do today. A few things specifically. And, well, we'll just discover what we can. So, let's see, let's go to the map. If I can. Do I have to do that in the ship or with my spacesuit? Oh yeah, there we go. Last time we went to Dark Bramble. And there was supposed to be a portal that should have teleported me into Giant's Deep, I guess, but I couldn't find it, so I gotta go back and check that out. But first... I want to try to get into this southern observatory. On Brittle Hollow. I never did check that out. So we're going to try that. That's on the South Pole. Alright, there's the observatory. Right there. Let's land here. I haven't really done anything here with this rock. Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Okay, that's what this is. I've been up here, but I haven't really done anything with the rock. Let's see. A unique signal is coming from the shard. Our friend the Wandering Moon sounds the same. In our note from earlier, Felix mentions this strange type of rock isn't found elsewhere on Brittle Hollow. I think it's from the moon. Tower Shard. Okay, that might help me find more tower shards. Let's see if I can find my way to the observatory. From down here somehow. It will be that direction. Is there anything over there? I might have to wait for this to break apart or something. Well, let's go. Let's try over here. Oh dear. No. No. I think I saw it. I saw the observatory. Let me back in. Well, I'm screwed. Oh, I might be able to land on the interloper. Ow. Ow. Okay, I gotta try that again. I think I can get over there. That interloper is tiny. That thing caused the sun to explode. There we go, that's where I want to land. Perfect landing. Ow. Okay, the observatory should be over here. I think this might be it. Here we go. More wall climbing. Oh boy. No. Damn. I gotta wall climb and avoid the ghosts. Trees detected. Yeah, well, this is new. Untranslated writing. Welcome to the White Hole Station. If you fell through the black hole by accident, don't worry. You aren't the first. This warp tower can return you to Brittle Hollow. Every warp tower is tuned to a specific astral body. The tower's warp can only be used during the brief window when the tower is aligned with its corresponding astral body, in this case, Brittle Hollow. You must be standing on the warp platform, on the floor, during this alignment to be warped. You'll look up while the station is rotating. You can see the alignment happens when the astral body is directly overhead. I'll take that. Alright, we wait. Can we align all of these somehow? At some point, maybe? All of the quantum fluctuations. Well, this thing is broken. I don't think it's going to actually align. Let's go down. Yeah, it's out of whack. Oh, it's moving. Okay. Raimi and I reviewed the wreckage you sent Poke, and they appear to show Nomai are arriving at the warp receiver on Brittle Hollow slightly before departing from Whitehall Station. Oh, I think we did see this. Yeah, okay, we've seen that before. Ship log updated. Maybe not. Attempt to recreate this phenomenon at high energy lab. They've tested and retested the equipment. The result is the same every time someone warps. They arrive slightly before they leave. The interval is incredibly minuscule, roughly 100,000th of a second. You suppose our instruments can't accurately measure time to such a small degree? I think I've seen this before. As I've already told Raimi, these measurements can't be accurate. How can a Nomai arrive on Brittle Hollow before he or she ever steps into the teleporter? Implications are absurd. I don't disagree. It would mean I've inadvertently broken several fundamental theories regarding the universe. We would have to reconsider all of our beliefs about the nature of time. Yes, I hope so too. All of that sounds very familiar. Wow. That's the Ash Twin. My ship is on the other side of the planet. Well, I'm sure I'm not going to have enough time to explore the Southern Observatory now, if I can even get there in time. Ow. Oh dear. Oh, I'm going back in. Let's see if I can land on this thing again. Come back. Well, we're a goner. Stuck out here. No oxygen. I gotta come in here with my, my ship. Whitehole Station. I don't think I've done that yet. I'm gonna keep trying that. I want to see what notes... what new notes I've gotten, though. From that, message. Didn't it say new notes were added? Maybe not. Alright, back to Brittle Hollow. This time we're gonna make it. Okay. I'll try to kind of sway up here. No. Oh, God. Yeah, I made it. We got trees. I think this is the Southern Observatory. Or close to it, at least. It's a bit high. Can I get up there? Yes. We did it. Can I open the front door? Giant's Deep projection stone. Coney, Daz, and I were lifting orbital probe cannon components into orbit for assembly, and one somehow sank down beneath the current. Orbital probe cannon components for orbit into assembly. Okay. Coney, you should have seen it. We thought it was impossible for any cannon components to sink even partially below the current, but ours sank straight to the core. Cassava convinced me not to try to recreate the phenomena myself using other cannon parts, but we're very curious to know what happened. How could something pass through the current? My gratitude for your interesting question. This is exciting. Spire constructed a model of Giant's Deep here at Brittle Hollow's Southern Observatory, and it reveals how an object might sink below the current. Conway, I'm unable to grasp the answer by looking through the projection pool. If I visit the observatory, would you kindly explain? If you don't mind the trek beneath the surface to the South Pole, I'd be delighted to see you. There are two trailheads, one at Brittle Hollow's Gravity Canyon, and one at the Tower of Quantum's Knowledge. That's just telling me how to get here. Okay, so this is inside Ocean's Deep. Giant's Deep. Is that the current they're talking about? Alright, how do we get in the current? Cassava's construction yard has been using the cyclones on Giant's Deep to lift orbital probe cannon parts into orbit. But one component was pushed down past the current that usually prevents anything from sinking. Spire and I are crafting a model to determine why this happened. An update. It is now clear there are two different types of cyclones. There also exists a rare type of cyclone that spins the opposite direction and pushes objects beneath the waters and below the current. My gratitude, Spire. Conway is showing me your handiwork, and I'm intrigued by this secondary type of cyclone. But was it really necessary to build a model to tell me that? The model will be useful as we continue monitoring Giant's Deep. Also, I very much wanted to make a model. Fair. Most cyclones on Giant's Deep rotate clockwise. These are the cyclones Cassava typically uses and send components into orbit. So we want the counterclockwise cyclone. That'll take us deeper. Where does that go? Okay, if I go in there, I don't think it's going to take me anywhere. It's only a model. But let's see what's up here. How should our methods change as we continue our search for the Eye of the Universe? We know what the eye looks like thanks to the quantum moon. So what if we try to find the eye visually instead? Let's send out a probe. Mallow's idea is clever, but we have no idea where the eye is in relation to here. The probability of launching a probe in the correct direction would be absurdly small. I believe I have a solution for that problem. Have you spoken with Raimi and Pi about the technology they're developing? As we couldn't find the eye signal using two different devices built for this exact purpose, we should discontinue this search method. We'd need to build a probe launching mechanism to cover those long distances quickly. A cannon in orbit around a celestial body would circumvent the need to escape gravity's pull. Giant's Deep would be a good choice. It's furthest from the sun, so it would provide the best angles for launch, and it's moonless, except when the quantum moon is visiting. Yes, let's build the cannon in orbit around Giant's Deep. Okay, they got a probe cannon around Giant's Deep. That's the eye. Unable to determine orbit. No signal detected matching any known criteria for Eye of the Universe. Oh, that must be Bramble. Get rid of that one. Giant's Deep, probably. That one is the planet I'm on right now, I think. Brittle Hollow. Home planet. Okay, I can kind of identify them. And the twins. Now let's make it go haywire. What have we learned thus far in our search for the Eye of the Universe? Based on our knowledge of the quantum moon, we believe the Eye is in orbit around this star system's sun. This would mean the Eye is located within a finite, albeit enormous, range. Those of us on the vessel originally followed the Eye signal to this star system, but we were unable to warp to the Eye itself. The locator we built on the Attlerock and the new, more sensitive locator we built here were both unable to detect any trace of the Eye's signal. Hypothesis: the Eye has stopped emitting its signal. Suppose the Eye doesn't wish to be found. Cassava, how can you suggest that? The Eye signal called out to summon us to the star system. I'm aware. I grew up hearing the Eye's story, yet we're no closer to finding it than you were when you first arrived here. Well, I guess it's up to me. Yep, it does nothing. Only a model. Oh, it's not a pit. It's solid. Well, it's a liquid. Okay, well, that's the Southern Observatory. I think my next destination will be Giant's Deep then. I'm gonna try to find my ship. Take a look at the notes. Hey, where'd it go? Trying to line them all up. Southern Observatory. The new, more sensitive locator the Nomai built in this observatory was unable to detect any trace of the eye signal. They believe the eye is orbiting the sun. They decided to stop searching for the eye signal and instead look for it visually by sending out space probes. Tornado simulation. Yeah, we gotta find the rarer cyclone that spins counterclockwise. Orbital probe cannon. It's in orbit around Giant's Deep, so it's not inside the planet, I guess. Oh god. That was the rock moving. Oops. Okay, that's the orbital cannon. It blew up. Is that the thing that blew up? That always blows up when I first wake up? No. I'm not ready for this yet. Am I gonna run into an anglerfish? Okay. I don't have a lot of time. I just want to check this out. And that'll blow up, and then we can come back. Wait, come back. Ah. I'm ready to be launched. Ship log updated. Cool. Oh dear. Control module. Probe tracking module. Launch module. Let's try probe module. It's all broken though. Fuel level critical. Where's the fuel depot? Ah, trees. But no fuel. Launch module projection stone. Mallow, my better 50%. Cassava is sending the last of the cannon components. Soon, relatively speaking, we'll know the eye's precise location. Cassava tells me he and the construction yard crew have determined a power setting we are not under any circumstances to go above. I see. And am I right to think that, consequently, we'll be ignoring that setting? I can posit with nearly 100% certainty our friends have accounted for our natures, so I suggest we do. That's not a great idea. Giving the orbital probe cannon all the power it can structurally withstand creates the greatest chance of finding the eye of the universe. Crank it up. Yes, the probe must travel as fast as it can, as far as it can, as loud as it can. I'll make some adjustments. The thought of concluding our elders' curious and challenging search increases my heart's temperature, my love. It's not good. You should see a doctor about that. I think the sun exploded. Ah. Is that the probe? Intact. Orbital probe cannon. Damage report. Several structures stress detected. Assessing damage to modules. Control module intact. No structural damage. Launch module. Viewport window fractured. Module exposed to vacuum of space. So this is the actual probe they sent out. One of them. It does look damaged. This one looks in good shape. Oh no, that's the cannon. We saw it explode. Begin launch log, orbital probe cannon, launch request received. Probe launch successful. Probe tracking module is receiving data from probe. Orbital probe cannon. Structure compromised during launch. Damage to multiple modules detected. That's what happens when they crank up the power. That must be significant somehow, because every time I wake up, it's immediately as soon as the cannon breaks apart. 18 minutes 27 seconds ago, request to launch probe received from Ash Twin Project. 30 seconds ago. Yeah, that's when I woke up. Cannon aligned with randomly selected. Probe trajectory. Gravity field activated. Randomly selected, so it's probably just going nowhere. Ow. Okay, giant steep projection stone. Cassava, I have bad news, Evans. Yarrow says there was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked to fire. Hope you're pulling my locomotive limb here, Cassava. I wish I were, my friend, but no. They aren't certain they can fix the problem, so the orbital probe cannon is on indefinite hiatus. Tell Privet and Mallow they should return from the cannon. My spouse and I will remain at the construction yard for now. An update. Mallow and I will join you and Daz. Privet left to visit her brothers. She fears Idea may feel responsible. So they didn't fire it. That would have been a long time ago if they did. But somebody sent the signal. That one. That's just where I am now. I'm not sure where this is. In the past? Future? It looks like the same room I'm in. Ow, my face. Launch module. Oh, that's okay. That's where... That's what I was seeing, I think. Okay, I can't get there from here. And this one just goes out into space. Probe tracking module. Oh no. Using oxygen as propellant. This is the one I was just in, right? Yeah, that's the control module. Okay. It's happening. So as soon as that signal was sent, that's what sort of triggered the whole time loop thing, it seems. The signal from Ash Twin to launch the probe. Yeah, it just exploded right there. And it looks like that's the probe. I don't think I can catch up with it. It's too far away. I can't match its trajectory. Returning to solar system. Yeah, it's gone. I'm gonna try the other sections of the launch platform. Whoa. Let's get a little closer. That's the broken up room. Can I get in there? Whoop, wrong way. That was so touchy. Can I land on it? Oh dear. Okay. Okay. Oh boy. Which way we want to go? This way. There's a crack down here. I think I can fit. Okay. Ow. Now, above me... Yeah, we should be able to stick to this floor. Okay. Probe tracking module. Imagine, Privet, the probe tracking module will be the first to know the coordinates of the Eye of the Universe. You'll be the first to see them. I am honored and terrified. You won't ask the orbital probe cannon to use so much power that it breaks, will you? Fret not, my nervous friend. We only need to fire the probe once, anyway, so who minds if it compromises the orbital probe cannon structural integrity slightly? You need to fire it once? I would mind, Mallow. I thought they were going to fire, like, probes all over the place. I would mind, Mallow. I would mind because we won't be capable of receiving our probe's data if the probe tracking module is destroyed. Okay, so I don't think they fired it. But I think they turned up the power up to 11. Oh, there's another message there. Probe tracking module. Okay, we've been in here. Control module projection stone. That's the control module. Okay. Wait, which one have I been to then? The control module. Oh, this one. Okay, this one is the this one is in the Giant's Deep, I think. Yeah, this is the one that broke off. Okay. I see. For the longest time, I didn't understand how these projection stones worked, but I think I do. We got this projection pool here that lets us see into these areas, whatever that's named as probe tracking module section. We can get a visual representation of it there, but also there are messages from that or to the probe tracking module here. But anyway, we read that one. What about this one? Hello, my better 50%. Cassava is sending the last of the cannon components. Oh, yeah, we read that one. Okay, yeah, I guess that one's the one we read last time. There was a copy of it in the other room. Okay. Now I think I have to get inside. Yeah, I know. Is that the way out? Oh, crack. I have to get inside the planet. Find the last module. Can I get back to my ship? Okay. Is this where our friend is here? Let's, can I land here? Incoming. Oh, God. Perfect landing. Ow, high gravity hurts my head. Do we have a friend on this planet? On 1,000 meters. Is that on the other side of the planet? They're going to test the memory statues tonight. Phlox says it could be dangerous, so we can't come. But what if we didn't use the door and snuck in the other way? Does anyone want to? Phlox specifically told us not to do that. I really want to see the test too, Lamy, but that's a huge risk to take. We probably shouldn't. Maybe Phlox will let us see a later test. Memory statues. Snuck in the other way. What way? Oh, that one's counterclockwise. Not this way. Welcome to Giant Steep, friends. I'm excited for you to meet the statues. If I'm not in my dwelling, I'm likely in my workshop below, inside the island. Alright, that's a one-way trip. Whoa. Did the whole planet just get... I didn't think that would take me in. Not exactly sure what happened there. Did not expect to get teleported. Well, let's go check the logs. I've got a bunch of new ones. Alright, most recent, Statue Island. This island must be where the Nomai created statues like the one in our observatory. Some Nomai children debated bypassing the statue workshop door and sneaking inside via an alternate, more dangerous route. I gotta find it. Alright, so... the Nomai pushed the orbital probe cannon above its max power setting to create the greatest chance of finding the eye of the universe. The control module recently received a request from the Ash Twin project to launch the probe. The cannon was aligned with a randomly selected probe trajectory. The probe was successfully launched, but the cannon's structural integrity was compromised. Launch module badly damaged. A Nomai named Privet countered that they wouldn't be capable of receiving the probe's data if the probe tracking module was destroyed. So we gotta find the tracking module. It looks like the module is underwater. I could see purple electricity outside the viewport, yeah. Construction yard. The Nomai built the orbital probe cannon at a construction yard on Giant's Deep. Alright. Back to Giant's Deep. Yeah, that is some heavy gravity here. It's a lot of pull. Okay, here we got some smoke. There might be someone here we can talk to. See a campfire. There you are. Gabbro. Nice, it's you. Good to see you made it here in one piece. The first solo launch is a doozy, isn't it? Yep, definitely my first. So hey, don't freak out or anything, but lately I keep, like, dying repeatedly. You too? I don't know, it's pretty weird. What about you? Have you died lately? Or is it just me? No, it's me too. We're in a time loop. Time has been behaving unusual lately. Yeah, a time loop makes sense. Cool. You're taking this pretty well. Right back at ya. Personally, I like the new experience. And I've never been in a time loop before. I mean, I don't think I've been in a time loop before this one. It looks like you and I are the only ones who can tell that time's gone all weird. I tried radioing Hornfells and asking if they died too, but they thought I was being metaphorical. Even if I tell Hornfells about the time loop, they never remember by the next one. They don't realize anything's different. And here's another weird one for you. Every time I die, all of my memories from that loop replay back to me. I'm pretty sure that's related to this big stone Nomai statue I found on one of the other islands. Are we the only ones who have had weird experiences with Nomai statues? I had one before I went on my first voyage. I was looking at it and the statue opened its eyes and started glowing. It replayed my memories like it had seen them through my own eyes. Just like what happens each time I die. That happened to me with the statue at the museum. You too, huh? Then the Nomai statues must have something to do with why we're the only ones aware of the time loop. So no glowing statue, no time loop awareness? I think that's going to be my leading theory, but if you find out anything new about the statues or the time loop, let me know, okay? I'll be here. Anyway, that's what's new with me. Oh god. But hey, this is your first solo voyage. Kind of. Let's talk about you, you know? That hurricane is getting rather close. We're in the air. We're in space. That launched the island into space. You're floating. Oh god, we're gonna crash hard. Okay, could have. Ah! Still alive. Have you ever watched a cyclone for so long it started to hypnotize you? I'm telling you, they'll pull you in a trance if you stare at them long enough. How's space treating you? Where should I explore in Giant's Deep? Here's something you might like. At the start of every time loop, I keep seeing a bright flash in the sky. Something must be happening up there in orbit around the planet. What else? What else? Have you been to Statue Island? That's what I've been calling it, seeing as it's the island where I found the glowing Nomai statue. Get it? I was on the beach on Statue Island when the whole glowy business happened. By the way, it's a nice beach for that kind of thing. I give it a solid 7 out of 10 on the Gabbro relaxation scale. I don't know what kind of scale you're on, but this is not relaxing. If you feel like checking out Statue Island, it's the one with 2 islands connected by a natural rock arch. Well, mostly connected anyway. You'll see. What's up with this planet? Haha, I know, right? Oh, you meant like, tell you more about it? I gotcha. Well, Giant's Deep is a massive and mostly water. No surprise there. There's a strong current a ways beneath the surface that prevents anything sinking below it. Seriously, I tried everything I could think of to get past that current, and neither idea worked. As for land masses, I counted 4 islands, including this one. There's also the one with that Nomai statue I saw on the beach. You've seen the cyclones? Yeah, they're hard to miss. They'll toss up everything in their path, islands included. Little tip, if you get picked up, try to land in water, less likely to kill you. Where's your ship? That's a good question. It's definitely on this planet somewhere. I mean, unless a cyclone came by and tossed it into space, I guess. That'd be pretty nuts. I hope it's not lonely. I found something. Nice, what you got for me? I found your quantum poem. Yeah, the one in the woods. I remember writing that. Pretty fun, right? It worked out to a good 24 poems. When I'm done exploring, I just want to make more quantum art. Maybe some kind of creature sculpture that just, like, shows up and scares the daylights out of you. That would be fun. Carve one of those quantum rocks into a scary monster. Just teleport it around. I found out what happened to the orbital probe cannon. Whoa, that's the cannon breaking apart at the start of each time loop. For real? Figure out why? Too much power. It's kind of scary how much that sounds like something Slate or Feldspar would do. I'm pretty surprised the Nomai built something that actually broke. Slate or Feldspar? Come to think of it though, broke might be the wrong word, because it looks like the orbital probe cannon is still firing successfully at the beginning of each time loop. What are you doing out here? Well, what are any of us doing here, really? Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm out here exploring our solar system, same as you. But I tell you what, our outer space really gives you room to think. It's quiet and peaceful out here. I mean, it's usually quiet and peaceful. Sometimes a cyclone comes by and lifts my little island paradise clean out of the water. then less peaceful. Yeah, I want to get out of here before that happens again. Okay, I think I can get through there, maybe. If the cyclone lifts me in space again. Oh god, it's coming. Get down there and give it a try. Oh, no. Oh, that a whole island is going to land right on my head. It did, and I survived. But now I'm trapped. Oh, there's the jellyfish. I can't move. Yeah, I'm stuck. I think I'm gonna have to... Well, let me take a look at the controls. Maybe there's something I can do. I guess just end the game and restart. Darn. Alright, let's try that again. Back to Giant Steep. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, is that just the other side here? Let's see. Yep. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything in here. That's strange. All right. Let's find the statues. Okay, that is a big cyclone. That is epic. I think this is where the statues should be. Not sure what those do. It's a model of the orbital cannon. This is it. We've finished building the final orbital probe cannon module and are ready to send it into orbit around Giant's Deep for assembly. Our next step will be to send Privet up to the orbital probe cannon to install the probe tracking system. To all my friends here at the construction yard, my gratitude for your tireless work. I had given up hope, but I truly believe this cannon may actually succeed where many other attempts have not. If I know my brother, Avens, and his spouse, Avens will want to launch the probe with as much power as possible. I'm worried the cannon will break under the strain. Well, they were right to worry. I propose we give Avens and Mallow a slightly lower maximum power setting than the absolute maximum possible to create room for their enthusiasm. Are you going gelatinous on us, love? I'm delighted by your words, but they're atypical for you. If I'm ever half as gooey as Mallow and Avens behave together, Daz, you may launch me from the orbital probe cannon. Get a room. We've been taken. Is this supposed to keep me in place when the cyclones drop me back down? Yep. Okay, so this is the construction yard. Brittle Hollow projection stone. Okay, I think maybe I use it over there. That's the orbital cannon and the 3 compartments. Brittle Hollow. Okay. We've been here. Any notes? Communication from Brittle Hollow and Giant's Deep. Conway, Daz, and I were lifting orbital probe cannon components into orbit for assembly, and one somehow sank down beneath the current. Cassava convinced me not to try to recreate the phenomenon myself using other cannon parts. Oh, we heard this one. We read this one. Control module. I have bad news. Yarrow says there was a problem with the power source. Yeah, we read this one too. The orbital probe cannon is on indefinite hiatus. Okay, now I'm pretty sure there wasn't anything below the waters there. All I saw was a jellyfish. If I go down there, I'm gonna go with my ship. Okay, that's the construction yard. Ah, there it is. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. This is the Statue Island, I think. Big arch. Jetpack booster, left shift, hold, space. I know. I guess they're reminding me because the gravity is so intense on this planet. Statue workshop. Ah, it's broken. Okay, I think this is the same place I was at before. We gotta find a way inside. Super top secret path inside. And I imagine it will probably be from underneath or something. Well, this is where I died before. I got flung up into space. Let's see what's up here. Oh yeah, that one-way teleporter. Oh god. Okay, I'm safe right here, right? Between the islands. Yeah, it looks like there's a hole up there. Oh god. Alright, that's the front door. I made it. A lot of skeletons. Yeah, there's the statues. Looks incomplete. This one looks complete. Lux. Yarrow, would you kindly step back so Daz is closest to the statue? When pairing, the statue will choose whoever is in closest proximity. Text scroll. There we go. See how its eyes have opened? That tells us the statue is paired with Daz. Now, no matter where he is in the star system, Daz's statue will record his memories and send them to the Ash Twin Project. This is extraordinary sculpting work, Phlox. He has outdone himself again, hasn't he? And now that we have our first successful pairing, we can test my memory storage prototype. Each statue will send a single Nomi's memories to his or her own storage unit within Ash Twin. Each storage unit will be equipped with a mask, the statue's counterpart, which will be able to send those stored memories back to the corresponding Nomai. Okay, I think we came across that area in Ash Twin. I'll have to go back there. So we pair to a statue and it's just recording my memories. Send them to the Ash Twin Project. Ash Twin Project was all about finding some... They were looking for some epic power source or something. Memories go to Statue. Statue sends them to Ash Twin Project. They get sent back to Person. Why would they build that? I guess if they wanted to share memories easily. Or unless they knew there was going to be some... time loop trickery. I don't know if they knew all this was going on. Ash Twin Projection Stone. I've installed the masks inside the Ash Twin Project, Flux. They look beautiful, although I do feel as though I'm being observed. It's comforting to know the statues will not pair until the project succeeds. Otherwise, I imagine the experience will be hard to endure. Ideally, they'll only need to activate once this project succeeds. As a safety measure, however, the statues will also activate in the event of equipment failure. They will? Why is that? If anything goes wrong with the Ash Twin Project, the statues and their masks will make us aware of the situation and enable us to fix it. Otherwise, it would be possible for us to remain permanently unaware of the problem. Okay, I gotta remind myself more about the Ash Twin Project. Exactly what they were doing. I hadn't thought of that. What a profoundly horrific fate that would be. Yeah, we've seen that before. So 3 of these are active. Alright, I gotta get up there, but... that's too far. I don't think I can jump. No. Okay. I gotta wait until the cyclone takes me again. So somehow I connected myself to a statue, or I paired with it. Also, Gabbro. "3 minutes oxygen." No, I can just walk up here. Oh yeah, that one. That's the one I was trying to get to. Alright, fine. Ow. Oh, not now. This is the worst time. I'm not gonna make it. Get in there. Get in there, you scrub. No. Terrible timing. I gotta get on that one platform. Ow. Oh, dear God. Alright, fine, I'll wait here. So 3 of those statues were lit. One is for me, one is for Gabbo. Who's bound to the third one? Alright, we're gonna have to wait here a minute for gravity to go haywire. I do need oxygen, though. So I'll wait till it starts getting kind of close and then head back in there. There's a cool island. I'm not sure which one that is. That might be where my friend is. Nope. Definitely not. That looks like Bramble. I'm just trying to piece some of this together. I think with the info that we got already, we can kind of piece something together, but I'm gonna have to look into the Ash Twin project some more. I thought that was all about just trying to find a power source, probably to power the cannon. But yeah, it kind of sounds like Ash Twin might have a double meaning there. Ash Twin. Dead twin. Bringing yourself back to life. I don't know. I just wonder, are those statues at the Ash Twin project cut off from the time loop craziness? Because they retain the memories. Okay, let's just wait here a moment. Alright, what do we got? I'm curious. Is sending a being's memories back in time the same as sending the being itself back in time? As an example, if we were to send my memories back in time, is that the same as sending me back in time? Not my physical body, but my essence? I imagine they're two different actions. Wouldn't both actions be effectively the same? Suppose that time was being rewritten. I believe that is... this is different than receiving memories from what is effectively the future. But isn't the end result identical in either case? Oh, don't give me a headache. You're gonna give me a headache with all this time loop nonsense. So it looks like they are attempting to send memories back in time. They were working on getting the time jump to specifically 22 minutes, and I think that's how long it is until the Earth explodes. They were trying to figure that out. So assuming they were able to do that, could they send memories back in time to try to stop? Yeah, okay. The cannon received a signal from Ash Twin to launch. And then immediately woke me up. So if it sent the signal to wake me up as the sun exploded, then I would get the memories back 22 minutes prior. Okay, I still have to learn more about this Ash Twin project, but I think they're sending memories back in time to warn themselves if something went wrong. But they're gone now. They are long gone. Okay, I gotta get... into the final module. What is this island? Well, that looks like fun. Oh god. It's the first time I've ever used landing mode. It's a dead squid? Oh yeah, this is, that guy found a portal. The guy on, Bramble Island, Bramble Planet or whatever. Found a portal on this island that took him to Brambletown. This must be the portal. Can I go in here with the ship? Answer's no. Can I fly in there? If we get sucked up. Okay. I can walk on these crystals. I just can't go there to the glowing bit. Maybe I can still find a way around. Oh, I'm about to be taken. Ah. Oh, shoot. Oh, campsite. Here we go. Can I survive this? Oh, God. I survived. Trip 4, entry number whatever. Crashes 2. Boring crashes 0. Remember to see Slate when I get back. Haha, yeah. Yeah, all the way down to the core. Consider yourself conquered. Well, I thought I'd already landed. Alright, I gotta find that Bramble Island again. And then after that, we'll try to find a cyclone that can take me to the core. Find that missing piece of the station. Shit. Wrong button. Whoa. Oh, there's a small ship. Can we investigate it? Not sure whose ship that is. Alright, there's the big cyclone. Let's just get out of its way here. Having trouble finding that Bramble Island. There it is. It moves around a lot. Oh god, it's coming this way again. Boring crashes 0. Yeah, all the way down to the core. That was one of my more dramatic feats, if I do say so myself. Can't believe I wasn't electrocuted. Haha, can't wait to tell Hornfels and Gosan about this one. I guess brute force isn't always the answer. Right, so that's one more off the list. Seems all that's left is the big one now. Dark Bramble, here I come. I shall light a campfire. Okay, so he's here. He's trying out all the cyclones. Yeah, we met him on Dark Bramble. Or... wait, no, not Dark Bramble. Oh, it had to be. I think. Okay, I think that's all we got there. We gotta find that cyclone. That one should take me into the core. Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go. Hey, come here. Oh, that was quick. Headlights aren't doing much. Okay. That didn't work. I thought I could pass through as the fish passed through. Yeah, they're protected from the electricity. Is he going in? If I hit them, are they gonna hurt me? Can I hide inside them? Ah! Oops. Can't get out here and fix it. Hold the repair the reactor. Okay. It's not really an ideal spot to get out. I gotta find one that's just about to come out. You? Oh, you're going in. Can I come? Maybe I can't take my ship in there. It's possible. Okay, I can float around like it's 0G. Are you gonna eat me? I can't, like, harvest a jellyfish and... Maybe I can use a dead jellyfish. Alright, I'm gonna find my ship. me back my ship? Come back. Oh, we bounced. That's not good. This is the end. Nope. Okay, there's 2 dead jellyfish. There's this one, I guess. And then the one on Bramble. Did I use it somehow? Oh, well, there's a smaller one in there. Several of them. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hey, Frost, how's it going? YouTube recommended my channel, huh? It doesn't happen often. But once in a while we'll get new people here. Hope you're doing well. At the moment, we're trying to get into the core. And I know I'm supposed to use the jellyfish. They're protected. From the electrical stuff. That log said that he was going to Dark Bramble. Yeah, I found that guy in Dark Bramble. There's a jellyfish there. But I don't know that these are going to help me stuck in the ice like that. Yeah, Frost, this is a blind playthrough, so I haven't played or seen anything about this game at all. I've been meaning to play it for a long time, and so I've kind of purposely avoided any spoilers. Unfortunately now, now that I started playing it, I am getting a few Outer Wilds videos recommended on YouTube. And luckily there hasn't been any spoilers in the thumbnails or anything, so nothing's been spoiled still, which is good. But that's been a little annoying. But so far, I think we've been making some good progress. I don't think I'm getting back up to the ship. Yeah, I might wind up going back to Dark Bramble. And thankfully, nobody's spoiled it yet in the chat. Obviously, it's not a huge problem for me since we don't have a very large community here, but it was still a concern. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the experience. I don't know how long you plan to stay here, but hope you enjoy watching me go through it. Seems all that's left is the big one now. Dark Bramble, here I come. Whoops. Oh well, I couldn't get to my ship anyway. Let's have a look at notes. I saw that. Phantom Moon. Okay, Gabbros Island. Yeah, Gabbro found the Nomai statue and was able to pair with it. Ocean depths. The ocean is surprisingly calm beneath the current. Some sort of electrical field surrounds the planet's core. Bramble Island, an island of thorny vines and what appears to be a frozen jellyfish. It looks like Feldspar camped here before heading off to Dark Bramble. Oh, that was Feldspar, yeah. Okay. Ash Twin Project. Statue Island. That's where they created statues. They were designed to pair with a single user, record memories, send those memories to a storage unit within the Ash Twin project. Each storage unit inside the Ash Twin project was equipped with a mask, the statue's counterpart, which could then send those stored memories back to the corresponding user. The statues were designed to only activate once the Ash Twin project succeeded or in the event that it failed. Ash Twin project. Yeah, that's the 22-minute negative time interval. Every memory recorded by a Nomai statue is transmitted to the Ash Twin storage. An advanced warp core was approved for installation in the central chamber of Ash Twin. Is that all the new notes? Construction yard. There's more to explore there, huh? For some reason, the Nomai put the orbital probe cannon on indefinite hiatus. The cannon was not asked to fire. Maybe we could go back to the construction yard. Okay, what about the jellyfish on Dark Bramble? Whitehole Station. Yeah, there's not really anything new there. Frozen jellyfish. Jellyfish are only useful for their insulation from electricity. Okay, I've tried to crawl up into a jellyfish. That didn't seem to work. I might try again. Let's try the construction yard. There's more to explore there. Oh, Frost. I don't really have a set schedule, but I'll probably be streaming this again. Let's see. Thursday. I think tomorrow, Wednesday, I'll take a break. And then Thursday, probably around the same time, I'll be streaming again. But I might be streaming another game. I like to switch between two different games. So Thursday, I might be streaming a new game. I'm not sure what yet. And then probably Friday, more Outer Wilds. So I can't keep to a fixed schedule. Unfortunately, I've tried and it's too difficult. But probably more Outer Wilds Friday. And I'll probably be done here fairly soon, but I do want to try a few more things. I'm going to go back to Giant's Deep. There's the Phantom Moon. There it is. That's the construction platform. And I think we've got a cyclone on the way. I kind of just assumed that there wouldn't be anything under the water here. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. But I don't see anything. Four minutes, 3 seconds ago, long-range probe successfully launched. That can't be what I missed. I've interacted with that before. Why does it say ship log updated? Alright, let's stay in our bubble. Could be a cave or something underneath. Underwater cave. Oh, I can't go down that far. Okay. So if I want to get under it, I have to probably wait for it to be launched into the air again. So, did that actually update my log? No. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try to get to the core one last time. Get in there. Whoa. Yeah, I can't just go up. Go up into it. Can I? Oh God. Gotta not let it touch me. Is it working? I think it's working. Uh-oh. I did it. The core, I found it. Okay, which station was this? Great, I can walk around. Alright, that's the cannon. Is that the probe? Receiving data from probe 9,318,089. Visualizing current trajectory of probe 9 million. 9 million. If I come back here, will that number increase? That's all the probes it's launched throughout all the loops. Retrieving previous launch data for MASH Twin. Total number of probes launched 9,318,089. Deep space anomaly matching all known criteria for the Eye of the Universe. Found by probe 9,318.54. Oh, that's, okay. $35 cycles. How many cycles have I gone through? Pretty suspicious. Retrieving stored coordinates from Ash Twin. Displaying coordinates for the Eye of the Universe. Okay. Looks like I may have found it. Ash Twin Projection Stone. One, two, three. There's still 3 of them. Active. I have exciting news, Privet. The Ash Twin project is almost prepared to receive the probe data from the orbital probe cannon. Raimi is adding some finishing touches here, but she'll be finished soon. Are you in the orbital probe cannon well? We are. The statue here in the probe tracking module is ready to record each launch's flight trajectory and will automatically transmit all relevant data to you. Once the probe determines the location of the Eye of the Universe, I'll send an alert directly to you and Rami. On the other appendage, I'm now worried about this cannon's structural integrity and its crew's moral integrity. I thought they never launched a probe. Well, let's see. Launch module, projection stone. Ah, there's the statue. That's the launch module. I've been there. Imagine, Privet, the probe tracking module will be the first to know the coordinates of the Eye of the Universe. Yeah, we've read this already. I am honored and terrified. We only need to fire once, they say. I see. That's why they wanted... Okay. They knew that they could send out probes in random directions, but a whole bunch of them, but chances of finding the Eye of the Universe would be minuscule. So they had to find a way to create a time loop so it would keep sending them over and over and over. I wouldn't mind, Mallow. I wouldn't mind. Because we won't be capable of receiving our probe's data if the probe tracking module is destroyed. Hello. Okay. Starting to piece some of it together. But why are they... I mean, it seems like they're an ancient, some kind of ancient civilization. They're all gone and dead. Why did the signal get sent out now and not ages ago? Ah. I'm just not really sure what their end goal was, their plan. If they intended all this to happen. Oh god. Losing my orientation here. Do I gotta get out that way? I need a mask or something so I can retrieve your memories. Ah. Oh, jeez. I think I'm done in there. I gotta check my notes. Let's see if we can get out of here. Anything else in here? Yeah, that's the actual core right there. Yeah, I don't see anything on it. I need a jellyfish to help me out of here. Help? Thank you, Mr. Jellyfish. Alright, I tried that before, but... Oh, great, you were going down. One moment. Alright, I'm back. I think I'm gonna have to end the stream here. I've got some errands I gotta run. this is a good place to end anyway. So we found the last pod here, and I guess they did find the coordinates of the eye of the universe, whatever it is. So we got to get back to the ship and check the notes, but I'm going to have to do that next time. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here, and we'll continue with more Outer Wilds probably Friday. Thursday, I'll take a break from streaming tomorrow, Wednesday, and then Thursday we'll start something new, probably The Long Dark, the newest, the latest chapter in The Long Dark, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun, and I can't wait to get back to it. We're going to have to go through the notes and try to piece things together. We're kind of getting an idea of what's going on here. I think they created the time loop intentionally to send out millions and millions of probes. Yeah, I don't know what their plan was after that. Also, I don't know why the star is exploding, but we'll find out. Alright, thanks everyone for joining. Frost and everyone else who popped in, really appreciate it, and hope to see you